A working draft provided by the Occupational Safety and Health Administration on Thursday, November 4th, showed no exemption for truckers to rules requiring that employees of private employers of staff of 100 and more be fully vaccinated, or non-vaccinated employees comply with once-a-week testing and mask requirements. As of Friday, November 5th, 2021, the American Trucking Association was confident of securing an exemption from the vaccine mandate for solo drivers. The ATA says much of the membership can breathe a sigh of relief based on the updated information Friday regarding the Biden administration's new vaccine mandate affecting companies of 100 or more employees. ATA President and CEO Chris Spear stated the following in a letter obtained by FreightWaves that was emailed to his membership Friday morning. He said, "We, ATA, have received indications from senior Department of Labor officials that exemption for employees who exclusively work outdoors or remotely, have minimal contact with others indoors or outdoors, exempt solo drivers from the mandate. While we completed our due diligence to confirm this fact through official channels, this appeal be a major victory for ATA and our membership. This is a result of our pressure campaign during the rulemaking process and all of your help as ATA drafted our comments and strategy." In an official statement released by ATA, following the letter sent to membership, Spear said he considered comments made by the Department of Labor Secretary Marty Walsh, a television news station, about the new requirements. Released on Thursday, November 4th by the DOL's OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, as enormous victory for the association and the industry. Given the nationwide shortage of truck drivers, it is vital that our industry has the relief it needs to keep critical goods moving, including food, fuel, medicine, and the vaccine itself. We continue to believe OSHA is using an extraordinary authority unwisely, applying it across all industries at an arbitrary threshold of 100 employees that fails to factor in actual risks. We are weighing all options of recourse to ensure every segment of our industry's workforce is shielded from the unintended consequences of this misguided mandate. Spear told ATA membership they would be updated when ATA gets official confirmation from DOL and that ATA would be providing an updated toolkit for carriers to use in developing workforce plans for the new requirements. The assurances received by ATA from the Biden administration is a step towards alleviating some confusion about how mandates will actually work on the ground, and that it also may not have the devastating effect on the industry that many have been forecasting. The new OSHA rules require that employees working for companies of 100 or more employees begin full vaccination process by January 4th, 2022. Those who decline must be tested at least once a week and wear masks. For several weeks, the transportation industry has been scrambling to determine potential protocols for employees refusing the jab. Most trucking CEOs have said any such mandate would further complicate an already dire market for driver recruitment, hiring, and retention. A research note published Friday by investment firm Cohen & Company warned that if the rules stood as written, no trucking exemption, the industry would see approximately 20% of drivers leave the market, which would likely have a huge negative impact on the supply chain. Cohen also speculates that the cost for testing employees who opt not to get the vaccine would likely increase spot rates. Carriers would likely pass testing costs onto shippers, which would drive up spot rates significantly. We're preparing and thinking about and modeling what it would look like to route and test. Derek Leathers, Chairman, President, and CEO of Werner Enterprise, told analysts on its third quarter earnings call on October 23, 2021. Those costs are very prohibitive if that was to be the route that was taken. He said the company is hoping for the best, but is preparing for the worst. Leathers added, "These are remote workers that don't interact with the general public and clearly don't come near the grave danger test that this entire vaccine mandate was based on the nature of their work, but also we're going to continue to prepare for the worst case scenario. The concern is potentially larger for the less than truckload market, which has significant number of employees at their docks working at their service centers. As far as the mandate goes, that would be extremely difficult in my opinion, said Greg Grant, President and CEO at LTL carrier Old Dominion Freight Line, on its October 27th earnings call. It's either get vaccinated or do the testing. We're still working on that and trying to figure out how we can accomplish testing the numbers of folks that we would have to test on a weekly basis. If you think we've got supply chains issues now across the country that could really throw it into some kind of crazy tailspin, but we'll see where it goes. But hopefully clear heads will prevail at some point. As of Saturday, November 6, 2021, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 5th District issued an emergency stay on the enforcement of the Biden administration's COVID-19 vaccine mandate. The appeals court questioned the constitutionality of the mandate in its decision. A court document read, "Because the petitions give cause to believe there are grave statutory and constitutional issues with the mandate is hereby stayed, pending further action by this court." The Department of Labor and Occupational Safety and Health Administration have until 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday, November 8th, to respond to the motion for a permanent injunction.